I'm the big man, attorney Joey Franks, big man law here in Jackson, Mississippi. And today we have a guy who has a habitual problem of driving without a license or insurance, and he likes doing some other stuff too. Now, this guy, as I was saying, is a little interesting, and 'tis the season and all. So Judge Middleton, well, cuts the guy some slack. I know, spoiler alert, but it's Middleton. You had to know it was coming already if you've seen any of the courtroom video channels whatsoever. Without further ado, here you go.
25101, I don't want to start with that one. 25807 and 808. You got a ticket on April 30th for driving without insurance and no valid operator's license and failed to yield to an emergency vehicle. You had a pretrial, or you had a case earlier, you didn't show up. So I tried to reset everything for the same day. So that was on April 30th. M60 and Fulton Road in Leonidas at 10:15 in the morning on April 30th, which was a Wednesday. No insurance, driving without a license, and failing to yield to an emergency vehicle. The insurance, as you heard, is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $500, not less than $200. Then you got another ticket in file 251017 on June 2nd at 11:15 at night, US 131 in Broadway. So that was set for one day, I don't know what. So that's a no operator's license, is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Let's go back a little farther. You got a ticket on April 7th for driving with no insurance, no valid license, and going 95 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. So you got a ticket on April 7th for driving without a valid license, no insurance, and driving Back to the Future. You get the exact same ticket 23 days later. No insurance, no ops, failed to yield for an emergency vehicle. Plus there's some civil infraction stuff in there. Then you still don't care. On June 2nd, you drive some more and get another no ops ticket, and you drove to court. There is jail in your future, Mr. Wilson. My suggestion is that I get an attorney to help you with this and set this for further pretrial. Ms. Davis, there's a lot going on here. You're probably not in a position to make a plea offer that would resolve all of these at this time.
No, Your Honor. I guess if the court and Mr. Stigley to inquire as to work, that sort of thing, I'm inclined to ask for the court to take him into custody and start serving time now. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating, and I've done it.
Tickets and 95 miles an hour. I looked up where that ticket was. It was Lutz and Woodside, which is near Sauganash Golf Course. That is a very dangerous area that goes up and down, and there's the railroad tracks there. It is absurd that he would be driving that fast down Lutz Road.
Yes, the problem is I didn't see him drive. The bailiffs did, and he's not charged with anything. At one time, I was lodging people for these. I'm not sure I actually had authority to do that. He doesn't seem to be taking things very seriously. So now you've come to the attention of the head prosecutor. So she knows who you are. She knows what you're doing, and they're going to pay attention to this case and probably advocate for a jail sentence because you don't seem to be taking things very seriously. Are you working somewhere?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Well, I start work Monday.
Where's that?
The gas station.
Which one?
It's like out there by Jones.
I'm not sure I even believe that. But you live on A.L. Jones Road? Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know what you were doing in Leonidas and Three Rivers and the other, driving so fast. I bet if I called Johnny's gas station, they would say they didn't know who you were. All right, anyway, I'm gonna appoint an attorney. Show a plea not guilty. Appoint an attorney and set attorney pretrial for July 11. We're gonna be very busy that day. Give you a heads up, Deborah. So if you want the prosecutor to get what they want, you drive home from here and you'll get picked up on the way there and they'll impound your car and take you to jail. You need to start to take this seriously. You've hit rock bottom and continue to dig deeper still. Let's talk about your driving record and why you're in the position you're in. Your license is expired. Gee whiz. So you were actually eligible to get your license back. And then you keep doing this. Did you ever go to SOS to get your license back?
No, I only got as far as a permit.
Well, I would suggest that you go to the Secretary of State, find out what you need to do to get your license. There really isn't that much baggage on here, but you're heaping it on here. I don't know why in the world you'd be going 95 miles an hour in that location.
Traveling a vehicle.
Yeah, at the time I was passing two
Like, you
vehicles.
probably should
Oh
have done.
boy, that makes it even worse. It's not straight and flat. It's straight if you look at it on a
I
map.
wasn't by the golf course spot.
All right, well, you're by Woodside Drive, which is still very hilly south of there. At any rate, stop doing what you're doing before you get so deep in the hole you can't get out. So
Or you kill
3
someone.
suggestions. I want you to go out to the counter and they'll give you the paperwork regarding your attorney's name and number on it. You got 3 separate incidents of driving with no insurance and no license. April 7th, April 30th, and June 2nd. And today you drove here to court. Who owns this Audi?
Me.
I will park it until you get licensed and insured.
Oh, I have insurance now on it.
How do you get insurance without a license?
My mom's.
So I want you to go to the Secretary of State. You need to make an appointment. You can do it online, go in there and talk to them. Say, what do I need to do to renew my driver's license? Then I want you to call your lawyer and make an appointment to discuss this case with them. And then I want you to call somebody to come get you, or your car's going to get impounded and you're going to go to jail, and then it's really going to be even worse. So even though I wouldn't mind locking you up, I don't know that I have the authority to do that because I didn't see you do anything. But don't do it. So you go out to the counter, get the paperwork with your lawyer's name and number on it. I want you to call them and discuss this. I want you to make an appointment with the Secretary of State to find out about getting your valid license. You're good to go. And then call somebody to come get you.
So you're back from seeing this guy. He spaces it out about once every 30 days, so I guess that makes him a halfway decent fella. I don't know. It's pretty baffling the way he does this stuff. And now I guess it actually goes out a little bit further than 30 days because he gets 2 in April and he gets 1 in June, but you do some division and it works out, I guess. But he drove to court. Literally drove to court for no driver's license and no insurance ticket, along with some speeding and failure to yield to an emergency vehicle. I've had clients drive to court before on a DUI while they are impaired. Why people do this, I will never know. It blows my mind each and every time. I love how Middleton says, I'm no longer lodging them for this. I got a nice little chuckle. I've never heard a judge say I'm lodging them for this. I heard it called the Gray Bar Motel and things like that, but never told them I'm lodging them. So I got a nice chuckle out of that. Now, there are a couple of pet peeves here that I would never do in a courtroom. And I'm going to start with the prosecutor. I'm not talking over a judge. Judge starts talking, I shut down. It becomes yes, Your Honor, no, Your Honor. And I may have a response after that. But I'm not going to sit there and talk over the judge like this prosecutor does here. That's a big no-no in my world. The next thing is the defendant. Yeah, One, if you're ever doing anything in a legal proceeding, and look exactly the same on a transcript. Don't do it. Save everybody some trouble there. Next thing is the yeah. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. You can't go wrong whether you got a male judge or a female judge. The worst thing that can happen is to call a female sir or a male ma'am. You are not buying any good grace points at that juncture of your legal proceeding. So, yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Solid go-bys, 100% all the time. It's what I would stick with. Now, Middleton lets him go, even though he threatens jail at the beginning. I know you're shocked. This guy he's got some real issues, but here's the real question I have. How in the hell does he have an Audi? If you would have told me it was a Honda Civic, a Toyota Camry, some jalopy that looked like the Beverly Hillbillies were coming to town, I'd have got you. But an Audi, how? If you've got an idea, put it in the comments. While we're talking about the comments, something else I want to go ahead and put out there is this has been a great year. It's absolutely been a wonderful year for us here at the channel. We've grown a lot. It's been wonderful. I've thanked everybody earlier. But the one thing I didn't ask you for is to tell me, one, what video you liked best. And second, I would like to know what you'd like to see this next year because, again, this is about your time. I value your time, and I appreciate it. So if you would, put it in the comments what you would like to see and what video you liked best. It means the world to us. We wish y'all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, New Year. Hope it's wonderful. I truly do. Thank you.